Okay, so this is the second video I've made. This is for the Voxtric, the voxel engine I'm making. This time, however, I've decided instead of carrying on with the what I'd made using C# and Unity, I decided to have a crack at writing my own game engine because, ambition. Um, and yeah, seeing as this is the kind of thing I hope to be doing once I've attended the university, left university, whatever. This is what I want to be doing. I wanted to kind of build a portfolio for this kind of thing, so I figured why not jump into the deep end. So yeah, this is written in C++. As you can see, it works. Now, first issue we see. The reason this is like this is because I don't update the meshes of the chunks next to the blocks I change. Subsequently, you get this. If I edit here, it'll generate the mesh and it'll be a-okay. It's an easy fix, but seeing as I intend to change the way that mesh generation is handled, I put it in a separate thread, put any kind of block modification in a separate thread entirely, kind of fire and forget. It'll allow me to do a lot of extra processing on it. Maybe increase the size without it messing with the frame rate. There is no FPS counter for the game at the moment. Basically no debugging tools either. It's one of the major things I've learnt doing this is Unity. Unity has a load of debugging tools nicely built into it. When you're making your own game engine, you've got to build those tools yourself. And I kind of wish I'd done that before I'd done any of this, to be honest. But I didn't. So it's been a battle to get this far. But one of the next things I'm going to do is focus on putting these debugging tools in. As you can see, I don't render anything. I don't need to. So yeah, that's a nice little optimization. It's kind of a necessity in a voxel engine. But the generation's pretty fast. I'm running this in debug at the moment, as you can see. There. So yeah, it's actually a fair bit smoother. Fair bit smoother if I run it with release. Which in fact I'm gonna. I won't do that now. But if I restart the simulation, you may have noticed at the beginning, you saw a block fall from the sky. Well, that is because you can edit it on the fly until it crashes. So yeah, there's definitely a couple of things that's still wrong with it. Actually, that's the first time I've seen that crash. I don't entirely know what happened there, but things to fix. So as you can see, whilst it's moving around, it's not. Oh, I know why that is. Yeah, basically, if I misclick and I don't click on the giant block itself, because it only really handles one of these at the moment. It's basically if I click on the floor now, there we go, we'll get an error. That's no biggie. It's just because I haven't where is my rigid body? Oh no, it's under camera control. Yeah, at the moment I just have one collect. The entire thing's kind of a hack job at the moment, to be honest. It needs a lot of work, but I hadn't put out a video. I wanted to do so, just show off what I've got, and it as long as you obey the rules of the hack I've made, it works fine. And it's no big job to get everything fixed. There's just a lot to fix, which is why I haven't done it yet. So now I've got this far and I've made the video. This is the first point I wanted to be when I made the video. So from here on in, it's making it not a hack, more of a so each body is checked rather than you just having one collection and making changes to that. And then there's just tidying up the code, splitting things into namespaces, which I've kind of done at the moment, but the namespaces evolved into not really making sense, so I need to do that as well. Yeah, I'm generally quite pleased with it, considering I'd never done any C++ programming before. I'd like to thank Mr. Benjamin Arnold for his tutorials. his C++ tutorials. They were exceptionally useful. The most entry-level friendly I've come across. Yeah. Oh, of course, the bullet physics engine. That's how all this stuff is moving around. And the way I've done these is, instead of using a triangle mesh for concave shapes, I've gone with on the generation. I use I create a series of boxes and push them into a compound shape, which basically means eventually I'll be able to have smooth and fast collisions between, you know, these giant things that, well, concave collisions essentially, but made up of convex shapes. Which is why, you know, I can, despite clicking on somewhere where there is no mesh, it'll still collide because the box is still there. The box is generated off the data, not off the mesh. There we go. I misclicked again and the error's fired. But that's fine. I'm generally quite pleased with how it's, don't need that, with how everything is. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you've got any feedback, please again let me know. Probably telling me I've been over ambitious, saying this is the first time I've ever used C++, but yeah, no, I'm pleased with it. Alright, thanks and goodbye.